everybody, thank you for joining me today. Today I am setting up my March bullet journal pages, and like with every month I'm starting with my dashboard. Opportunities don't just happen, you need to create them. This will be a printable available to my email subscribers, so if you're interested, make sure to hop on over to the blog. I'll link it down below. This month I'm trying something a bit different for my calendar page. I thought I would put it all on one page since I wasn't using my bigger grid layout for my calendar. So we'll see how this one goes. I feel like I'm gonna need a bit more space for my content calendar, but that's okay. We'll see how it goes this month. So this month's theme is teacups. I thought I would change it up from coffee since I'm trying to cut back. So I've been relying on tea a lot, so I wanted to reflect that in my bullet journal. I also wanted to choose teacups as part of a Alice in Wonderland theme. Now, I've done Alice in Wonderland in my bullet journal before, and I didn't want to redo it again, so I thought I'd do a bit of a play on it. And so I decided to doodle these teacups. Now, I created a sticker sheet which will be available to my email subscribers for free. So again, if you're interested in receiving my sticker sheet, make sure to hop on over to the blog. I'll link it below. As always, I am putting borders on my pages again because I just love the borders so much. I really feel like it finishes the look off. I have cut out a lot of the bordering for you so that you didn't have to sit through all of it. So my next page is my brain dump. I hand lettered the brain dump and then I included some stickers which you will see. If you're interested in seeing the lettering process video, I will be posting that up on my Instagram, so make sure you're following at Natasha Miller Letters if you're interested in seeing that process. I cut it down here for you since it was a bit long and I didn't want to take up all your time with just lettering. I wanted to include as much bullet journal content as I could, so you can check that out on my Instagram. Now, when I was filling in the letters, I ran into some issues with my R. I ended up going back in just with a white jelly roll and correcting where the R kind of went a bit thicker in the stem without meaning to. So white jelly roll to the rescue. As part of the sticker sheet, I am including the washi strips that I'm using at the bottom of the page. I hand drew these teacups, so they will only be available to my email subscribers. Just a tip, when you are using a white jelly roll on top of black lettering, you don't want to push down too hard. You want to hold the tip just so that it gets enough ink out and then slowly drag it down. That way you're ensuring that you're going to have a even distribution of ink. If you push down too hard, you're going to end up scraping the page and it's not going to be as even. And that's what happened on my D and why I had to go back and keep adding a bit more ink. So the next page is my monthly cleaning tracker. I've included the entire setup for my monthly cleaning tracker. So if you want to skip ahead, you can skip to the 7-minute and 35-second mark. That's when I'm done sharing the tracker. But I wanted to talk more about this. So firstly, I have to apologize. I did make a mistake. My mind is still in February, so I numbered the tracker 1 through 29. This will be available as a free printable, a blank template on my website. So I will be correcting it there. So it'll be 1 through 31 versus 1 through 29. So just so you know. This is part of my monthly cleaning schedule, or sorry, my annual cleaning schedule that I put together. Again, I'll link the video up in the cards for you. But this is more so that I'm keeping track of what I'm doing monthly and staying on top of my cleaning monthly. So I included my daily items with the daily tracker. My weekly items, I just labeled weeks 1 through 5. Yes, March has 5 weeks, so hopefully it's not too long, but I included weeks 1 through 5. For my monthly cleaning list, I have 4 items, and those 4 items, basically it's one big thing to tackle a week. And that way it just kind of breaks it down and it's not as tedious when it needs to be done. I also included a section for as needed. So I have young kids. I don't think 4 spaces are enough for as needed when you have 2 young kids, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. I also included an as needed section on my big cleaning schedule I did when I did my bullet journal setup. So basically I'll be taking from there and adding in whatever comes up. And I also thought the as needed could be a space where you can put your biannual or your bi-monthly items in there as well. So again, this will be available as a blank printable on my website. It won't include any of the accents or anything. It'll just be as is. I won't be including my cleaning schedule, so that'll just be blank, but it'll have the daily, the weekly, the monthly, and then the as needed. Now I put a sticker in the corner. Obviously you can see it didn't quite fit, so I just went in with some scissors and I cut it down to size since I didn't want to take too much space away from my layout. So my next page is a new to me page. It is a spending log. So I will be using this to keep track of my craft budget. I have a very generous and very kind husband, and I want to make sure that I am sticking to my craft budget. February has been a bad month for me, and so this way I'm hoping to stay on track. I'm including the date, the item purchased, and then I put down the price and then add costs. The add cost stands for additional costs. Because I live in Canada, we get to pay, sometimes we get surprise duty or surprise customs fees, and it's really random. So that's what that additional cost is for. And if I'm going to be really diligent, I'll include what the exchange rate was as well, just so that I can be extra good and aware of what's going on. And then of course the total column, which will be price plus additional costs. So the next layout I have is my Doodle page. So this month's Doodle theme, and this is going to be a shocker, but it's going to be Alice in Wonderland. I've called this Doodle theme Down the Rabbit Hole. I don't do any of the prompts in the video, but I will have a printable on my website, free printable, where I'll be including the prompts as well. And make sure to check out my Instagram if you're curious to see what the prompts are, if you're interested in joining in. But it will be Alice in Wonderland themed. And you can look up Down the Rabbit Hole if you want to find that printable. I decided to do a bit more of a funky fun layout for this doodle challenge. Just given that it's a rabbit hole, I thought I'd do a bit of a round central theme or layout for it so that it gives that illusion. I really do love Alice in Wonderland so much. I love the quirkiness, so I get really excited when I get to do anything remotely related to Alice in Wonderland, so just pardon my enthusiasm. So next up is my first weekly spread for March. I'm starting my weekly spread on March 2nd, and so I'll be capturing Monday through Sunday. It will be using the rapid logging task list again. I will link in the cards my January bullet journal setup when I first started doing this. I think this is it for me. I will be continuing on with the rapid logging task list since the thought of going back to my standard layouts that I was doing in November and December kind of makes me feel a bit anxious. So I just find this rapid logging task list is so fundamental for me in terms of actually getting stuff done and not feeling guilt or worry or stressed about getting things done just because I wrote it down on a particular day. So I really do love this system. It works so well for me, and again, I've linked the January video up in the cards for you. So what I did a bit differently this month was I made stickers for my days of the week, and I also have a small quote sticker that says it's always tea time. And so I ended up layering some teacups as well from the set that I will be sending out to my subscribers. So if you're interested, make sure to check out the link down below. Thank you so much for your time today. I really do love these layouts. I hope you love them as much as I do, or at least close to as much as I do. And yeah, I hope you find some inspiration. Thank you so much for your time today.